First we have the petroleum jelly, which acts as the sticky base, a spoon, and something to mix in. For this I've used a lid, but you could use a bowl or a mixing palette. I'm just taking about half a spoon worth of petroleum jelly just to make a nice 20-cent piece size wax. This could be used for medium to small wounds, depending on how thick you wanted the skin, and more petroleum jelly should be used for a larger wound. Next I'll be taking flour. Any flour will do, but a smoother, more sifted flour is better for realistic skin looks, but a wholemeal or oat flour is better if you want more rough and infected looks, or just rough skin in general. I'm just putting the flour in the bowl that I have here, and usually you want to use about 1/3 extra flour to the amount of petroleum jelly you have. Next I've taken foundation, and I've just put a small squirt of that in so that the wax will match my complexion. You could also leave it white if you're going for a pale look, or you could add paints later. Here's my ingredients, and next I'm going to take a spoon and I'm going to mix it by gently rubbing the flour into the petroleum jelly until there's no flour left. And here I noticed that it was a bit too grainy and my ratio of petroleum jelly to flour is off. If it's dry, just grab a clean spoon that you haven't mixed with and get some more petroleum jelly. I used about a tipful, just to add a bit more moisture so that it will stick together or coagulate better, and continued mixing in the same fashion as before, making sure to get the edges and include all the flour for the most yielding or the biggest amount of wax that you can get out of the product used. And I just continued in this manner for a while. And when I thought that the wax was firm and sticking together enough, I gave it a bit of a test, just trying to put it into a shape, seeing how malleable it was. And here you can see it's a little bit crumbly, it's not quite sticking together properly. A secondary way to test this is to put it on your skin and try and blend it in with the skin like I'm doing here. You just take a chunk and you place it wherever you'd like and try and pull it out to your skin. Here it's crumbling and falling apart, so it's not quite as moist as it needs to be. So I took the clean spoon again and added another tipful of petroleum jelly, mixing again like before to achieve a Play-Doh-like consistency, which is better for moulding. Happy with the consistency of my wax, so I collected it and moulded it for a final test just to make sure that it would work practically with what I wanted to do later on in creating my wound. And I've just gone and put some on the back of my hand, and here you can see it still crumbles a little because my hand isn't quite doesn't have enough moisture on it to stop it from doing that, but it was smoothing out into the skin how I'd like it to, which is a good indication. So I've just cleaned up and made sure I was getting all the wax off of my mixing bowl and just putting it into a ball altogether for later use. And here's your wax.